Have you noticed any difference in your health since eating cooked food? Difference in my health since eating cooked food. I definitely have to sleep longer. I sleep an extra hour on cooked food. On the days I'm raw, I sleep 8 hours. Days I eat cooked food, I need 9 hours. So I need an extra hour on the days I eat cooked food. So that's a big one. Like I just live less. I'm awake less, so I get less time to enjoy life on cooked food. Other than that, I mean, digestion's slower. I'm only going to the toilet like 3 to 4 times a day on cooked, whereas on raw, I'm going like 5 or 6 times a day. Less hydrated on cooked as well. Like on raw, my pee is always clear. I'm peeing a lot on raw. On cooked, I'm drinking water. Like I don't drink water on raw food. I'm drinking water when I'm having cooked food. Energy-wise too, like sometimes if I have to do like a call and I just had a big cooked food meal, I can't take the call and be myself. I can't be sharp on the call. So I just had a big cooked meal. I'm like sedated. So that totally like throws me off. And I can't be like, instead I'm just like, I'm like sedated. I'm fatigued from the meal. So that is like an instant effect from the cooked food. But like health-wise, I mean, other than those things I just listed, I feel fine. I don't feel unhealthy. One thing I noticed though, this is crazy. 2 things actually. This is crazy. This is going to blow people's mind. People won't even believe me on this, probably. People are going to think I'm BSing. 2 of the biggest things that changed for me when I started eating cooked food again after 10 years of being raw. Number 1, I started being able to get bruised again. So on raw, I never got bruised, ever. I could not bruise. You could hit me in the shin, hit me in the arm, hit me in the forearm, freaking hit me in the face. I'm not going to bruise. I didn't bruise once on raw. I would maybe like swell up a bit and go red, get inflamed, but there would be no bruise. There would be no like skin damage. It was crazy. Never bruised once on raw. On cooked, I can get bruises now. Like I can actually bruise. It's the first time I've seen bruises in like the past decade. So that's really interesting. I can bruise now with cooked food. The other thing with cooked food is I can get sunburned. Didn't get sunburned on raw food. Did not get sunburned on raw food. That's crazy. Like no sunburns. The skin just heals itself instantly. With cooked food, I can get sunburned. So the other thing with cooked food is when I first started eating it, I started getting that, you know, those white marks you can get on your nails? I don't have them anymore. But like, you know, people get like those white marks on their nails. People call it like a zinc deficiency or something. I don't actually know what causes those white marks on your nails. I don't have them now, but I got a couple when I started eating cooked food. And I've never had them over the past decade of being raw. So those are 3 things that only came about when I started eating cooked food. I started getting bruises. Well, I didn't start getting bruises. I mean, I started having the ability to get bruised again. I started having the ability to get sunburn again. And then I started getting those white little nicks on my fingernails. So that's pretty interesting. But other than that, I don't think there's that much of a difference with the cooked food. Definitely getting more variety of food with cooked food. But I mean, the food's just like cooked food's just dead, right? You got to think of it from like an energetic point of view. Like if you look up Kirlian photography on Google Images, you can see the difference between a cooked mushroom and a raw mushroom, a cooked tomato and a raw tomato, a cooked apple and a raw apple. The raw foods, this has energy, has a glow, has a vibration. It's like bzzz. It's electric, it's alive. So when you eat it, you feel that way. Cooked food, there's like nothing there. So your body has to like overcome that, and it has to like drain some of its energy to process that food so that you can get it in, get it out, extract the nutrients, you know. But your body has to, there's a consequence. It has to make a sacrifice. It has to sacrifice its own energy just to break that food down because there's no enzymes in it. So like there's definitely an effect of eating cooked food and the same effect is not there for raw food. Raw food is just, boom, perfect, the way it should be in nature. Everything in nature that's raw is alive. It's right here. It's alive. It's raw. If you were to cook it, guess what? You kill it. And we know this. We know this. When you cook a tree, it burns and is a dead tree. When you cook a plant, you cook it, it's a dead plant. But somehow people like forget that with their food. Like when you cook the food, it's now dead. You're eating dead food. And like, yeah, it's better than no food, because no food you'll eventually die. But like raw food is the optimal food. And the more raw food you get in you, the better. So when I do eat cooked food, I make sure to eat it with raw food. That way I'm getting at least the life force of the raw food in there. It's not just a plain old dead meal.